funny. All right, so this is episode beta.
All right, everybody, welcome in. This is Real Talk with Spoon and Puddin. I'm Spoon.
I'm Puddin.
What's going on today, Puddin?
Oh, just sitting here. You come over here and we're learning.
Right now. Hey, get me out of the background.
What?
But so far we're on YouTube, Real Talk with Spoon and Puddin. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We're going to be on Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn. After today, we're going to be live on several of them. And if anybody's watching, leave some comments. Let us know how the audio is. If you got anything you want us to hit on, any topics or anything. If the audio and stuff's off, I apologize. You can also email us at realtalkwithspoonandpuddin@gmail. All right, Puddin, what do you got to add?
Just episode beta.
Not much. You ain't got much to add, do you?
No. Right now I'm just trying to learn.
Trying to learn.
What was that peanut gallery?
Well, let's get into the topic we was talking about the other day. We was going to save her here. The religion versus agnostic.
Look, you got to save that for later, man.
Why?
When we're on more platforms and we've got everything fully running and rolling, that's a good one.
All right, what topic you want to start with then?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. What topic do you want to start with back there? Come on, Spoon.
But you want to go with the what's going on in the world today? Snoop Dogg shares new Jay-Z Eminem picture with goat emojis. I don't want to talk about that shit.
Well, who cares about that? Just like who cares about football, at least my opinion.
Hey, you talk about the Super Bowl and the halftime show was awesome.
Yeah, but I don't care. I didn't even watch it. I found out the next day who won. I didn't even know.
You was probably watching South Park, right?
Well, yeah, it's back. You learn more on South Park.
Well, I can tell you, I started watching the second season of Space Force, and it's pretty entertaining.
Nah, it's not. I don't know. They're trying to be The Office, and they're not.
No, but it's still a little entertaining.
I'm not going to say it wasn't entertaining, but still. So, what are you? What's your topic?
Well,
you're the host.
You want to speak on COVID a little bit?
No, don't do that.
You don't want to run people off with the Rona?
I don't have no mask on. I ain't going to have no mask on.
Well, I think that's to each of his own, right?
Well, you want to wear your mask, that's fine. Then you're protected, right?
I didn't say I typically wanted to wear one, but to each his own. That's the country we live in, right?
No.
Yes. We have the freedom. We have the freedom.
You got Kens and Karens out there that tell everybody to wear a mask because it makes them feel special.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's their right if they want to wear it. Just not tell me I want to wear it.
Oh well. Still not my bag.
Not your cup of tea.
Mm-mm. No. This is kind of interesting learning.
Interesting learning.
Yes.
I think we need a better headset. What do you think?
Well, yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about something that's going on in the world today.
Which one? So much is going on.
So much is going on? Yes.
Are you going to take your vacation with the Patriot truckers at Convoy to D.C.?
I would love to do that.
I'm thinking about using mine.
Well, that's one thing that gets overlooked in this country and gets abused is the trucking industry and us truck drivers who actually supply everything to everyone. They're driving on the interstate roads. They're yelling and cussing us truck drivers. We're in the way. But when they go sit down at a restaurant, they go to Walmart to buy their toilet paper. Guess who brought it there?
Oh, I know.
This fat, sexy man right here.
Oh my God.
when you go to Outback to eat your blooming onion, damn it, it's because of us.
Oh well, we can't take all the credit.
Yeah, we got it there. We didn't make it, but we got it there.
Canada's sure shown how valuable they are. But no, this is just kind of like right now. I've been thinking about that. I said, well, once that, because I seen a page last night. Dale actually was the one who invited me to for the American convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh shoot, it's going to happen soon. All right, let me get my vacation ready.
And speaking of Dale, I'm sure he'll be on this broadcast before long. We'll have guests. He'll be a welcome addition to this.
Oh, I'm sure. But I mean, I'm saying now there's a page that Facebook hasn't taken down.
But you was talking about the other day, just kind of jokingly, but Russia invading Ukraine.
Oh, it was,
Russia moving east and China moving west.
Well, that could happen eventually, but I don't think it's going to happen now.
Well, I posted something on my profile the other day about I was tired of old men dreaming up wars to send our young men in to die.
Biden's just dreaming up where to get his next depends on. That's about all he dreams up.
Yeah, Trump's counting his money and Biden's trying to find his.
Don't worry. The taxpayers got Biden for the last, 50 years?
Oh, my God. Well, let's talk a little bit about that then.
What?
The far left Democrats and the far right Republicans and everybody wants to fight and say which one's better than what.
I'm a libertarian. I'm right there. I don't really care about either of them. They can all just.
Well, I lean more towards a libertarian, but I think all politicians are crooks. If you call yourself a Democrat and you fight and argue with other people because they're Republicans or you're Republican, you fight and argue with the Democrats and you think you're better on either side, guess what? You're part of the problem. Plain and simple. That's my opinion.
So many people just think Trump's the answer, and I'm like, oh gosh. I just didn't see what he did. I couldn't tell.
I mean, you're going to disagree. I live by God, family, country.
You're just trying to get into that religious debate, ain't you?
It's a good debate.
Well, it's a good debate,
and it's Sunday morning.
Oh, well, let's not piss everybody off.
You mean you not piss everybody off?
Me?
Yeah, we're in the South.
Look,
we live in the Bible Belt.
I understand, but if you take the atheists, the agnostics, and the non-denominationals, the people who just don't follow any religion, we're the largest voting group in this country.
Who is?
The people who don't follow religion.
I think I disagree with that.
I think it's true. There's people that sure they'll, had a death it or something. They'll be like, oh, I know they're in a better place and all that, but they don't go to church at all.
Well, okay. I understand there's probably a lot of people that don't go to church, but that don't mean they don't follow religion or believe in God.
But still, you really want to touch on that one. I know you do.
I'm trying to poke the bear. Come on.
Oh, you ain't poking nothing. I'm fine. I've already told you what I think.
I'm not poking nothing. That's not what she said.
I think George Carlin was right. I mean, on a lot of things. If you say a church, I say study at the Church of George Carlin. Like where he said, when you die and your soul's released and you're soaring the universe, do you think you're ever going to look back on this rock? See, but look at the promise.
Yeah, I believe so.
But look at the promise of heaven. It was all from a covetous Jew's point. Think about it, man. Honestly, it was streets of gold and pearly gates and diamond and emerald houses. So what? Have you been out west and you've seen some of those beautiful view areas in Utah? Oh God, that's gorgeous, man.
But see, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is looking upon us now, and that beauty you speak of, it's just a small portion of what.
And you're gonna die, and you're gonna go up there, and when you get there, you're gonna say, "Hey, yeah, God, you're son of Jesus," and your son. He's gonna say, "Huh? Where did you hear that nonsense from?"
Well, I mean,
how do you know Jesus isn't a metaphor? It was all created by the Romans.
I mean, I hope that I die and go up there, but I'm not God, so I can't.
It was all created by the Romans. Why ain't you a Catholic?
Romans,
Yeah, they're the ones in the Council of Nicaea and all that. Come on now.
Catholics,
Yeah.
the Catholic
Bible.
preachers and the little boys. I'm not a Catholic. Come on now.
They put together your Bible. They were the first.
So you say.
It's just follow history.
What about the Egyptians? Maybe they put it together.
Well, the Egyptians had more than one gods. I think the genius of Moses was the consolidation. I think he was up there smoking a burning bush, not.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. He didn't hear from a burning bush. He was smoking one.
Okay.
Well,
I think you're smoking one.
No, we can't. We're truck drivers. But we can get back in that later.
Jamie Bozell, are young men not capable of war?
Who?
Yes, they're capable of war. What I said was, I'm tired of rich old men dreaming up wars to send our young men to die in. We don't fight wars anymore. We fight political wars. And I live by the first rule. I never vote for the rich white man. And I'm a white man. Barack Obama, he done a good job compared to Trump or what we have now. Who do we have now? Kamala Harris?
Yeah, she's the president.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. She's running everything. We've got a harlot in the White House.
Do not speak of the vice president in that manner.
Well, she's the president. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm sorry.
You got Vice President Biden poopy britches. That's what you got.
Well, I seen a meme the other day about Biden. He said, I didn't work for the pipe fitters. And then underneath it said, I work for this pipe fitter, had a crack pipe.
Don't put Parmesan cheese in it now.
Oh, my goodness.
No. But no,
I'm Puddin. What's your? I'm sorry. You got Vice President Biden.
What happened?
I'm just looking to see if we got any chats on our.
Oh, I don't. We got comments up here. It's not showing anything.
You're not showing any comments on yours?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's showing.
We supposedly got private chat on this. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see.
I think that's for me and you.
Hey, Spoon.
I'm looking. Yeah, that's
for whenever we're in different locations.
I was looking on my phone to see the comments.
Oh gosh, I was like still saying live up there on the ticker, and I was like, why do I hear it?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
We don't have any viewers. Most everybody's still asleep, I'm sure. Or they clicked on and seen our two ugly faces, said, see ya. Wouldn't want to be.
Yeah. Well, our audio sucks with these mics. We still working on setup.
I hope they don't suck that bad.
I can hear the reverb coming from your side.
Hey, Michelle, did you click on there and let us know what the audio sound like?
Well, if she clicks on it, we'll hear it feeding back. So,
well, I don't want people clicking on there and we're sounding like dog poop.
Yeah, you can hear all the
volume. Sound good?
Yeah. The foam's expensive though. You wanted to set up the real studio. We're going to figure that out. We got places to do it though.
What's up, Scott Harmon?
Uh-oh.
Jamie Bozell, Christy Woodall, Josh Ribby. I'm just looking to see who else on there.
I can't see shit.
That's good. We don't want the dumbass who don't know nothing to be looking at all the comments.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Social Media. You say whatever you want. We're just learning though. But yeah, so far it's working.
Scott Harmon says he's live from Mexico. How y'all doing down there in Mexico?
Oh.
Comment, let me know how y'all doing down there. And if you hadn't drowned Trevor yet, drowned his ass.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Mexico. They have internet down there? Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they went on a cruise or what.
Oh.
But anyway,
the cruise ship, that was American made.
He said it's hot in the 90s. Well, it's hot here too. It was about 28 a while ago.
28. I thought it was in the 30s finally.
No, it was 28 degrees this morning. Might have been cooler than that. Let's get back on the topic of our great president. Who's our president again? Donald Trump? Oh no, Kamala Harris.
Kamala,
the wrestler Kamala from like the 80s.
Who?
The wrestler Kamala.
Man, I don't know, man.
Scott Harmon said they're in Cozumel, and he didn't invite us.
Wow. We can't go anywhere. We got to make money.
Yeah, somebody's got to do all the work while he's on vacation, right?
Yeah. Well, you do that work. I got to do the long shuttle.
That's all right. We hope you have fun, Scott. Return home safe.
He don't want to return home. They got tequila down there real cheap.
What's that other drink they drink?
Which one?
The
Kahlua?
No. Like the Mexican
Margaritas?
beer. The Mexican beer. What is that?
Oh, Corona.
No.
Well, Corona. There's a couple of them.
Was it Tahiti's or I don't know. I forgot.
Watch you have a brain fart.
I have a lot of them. Been up all night working.
You didn't work last night. You already told me.
Hey, I spent 12 hours there. That's all that matters.
You spent 12 hours there watching Space Force. Did you finish season 2?
No, I just got in the first few episodes. I don't know if y'all like Space Force or not. It's entertaining. It's not the best show in the world. It's not Game of Thrones or Vikings or Walking Dead or anything like that. But it's, Scott said, damn right, boys. Don't want to at all. Good morning, Jamie. Jamie Sperling, how you doing?
Oh, no, Lee. Is that Sperling?
No, not that Sperling. It's a totally different Sperling.
Different Sperling? Oh.
Yeah. Well,
I don't.
You want to get back to the religion?
No,
No,
not yet.
Right.
We'll save that.
You're going to say we're going to table the religion versus agnostic until we're on all platforms, so we can smoke his ass over here.
You ain't smoking nothing.
Huh?
You ain't smoking nothing. You haven't read as deep as I have into history on that. You only read from one book. I read from multiple books. If I had to pick a religion, I'd be a Buddhist.
I guess you think Columbus discovered America too, right?
No, the Vikings discovered America.
That's right. Speaking of Vikings, Valhalla's coming out.
Valhalla.
Yeah, the new Viking show.
No, I don't know. I haven't noticed it.
You never watched the Vikings?
I didn't get into it, man.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm just not into that.
But it followed history close.
Man, I like to watch educational stuff.
It is educational.
It's still studio, it's theater.
All right. What about the Tudors? You ever watch that? It's educational. The Tudors.
What's that? No.
It's about King Edward. Michael Briley, good morning. You don't remember King Edward? His daughter was Bloody Mary.
No, I don't know.
You don't remember King Edward of England?
I know. I mean, I don't know the show.
Well, I think they took it off, but I know you find it somewhere.
I don't know. You know me. I watch YouTube mainly. That's all I do. I watch all kinds of videos on YouTube.
See you, Scott. Enjoy your time down there, buddy. Well, since you want to table the religion, you got to come up with one. Good morning, Shannon Diller. How you doing?
You want to talk about the pro-choice debate?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Early on, you was pro-life all the way, 100%.
I'm still pro-life.
Yeah, but you've backed away from your hardcore stance of trying to make everything illegal.
Well, I backed off because it's kind of like let's talk about all that. The drugs, the prostitution, the abortion. You're not going to stop it. I'm not saying it's right.
No, I didn't say it was right either, but I'm saying it still hits a nerve and to the point where you realize you're losing. You're going to lose all the time if you're trying to make it illegal.
Yep. We've
The
talked about
libertarian
this.
stance is just whatever.
We've talked about
Government
this.
out of the way.
We talked about this all the time. Me and you both agree that they should make everything illegal.
Well, yeah, they should stop taxing our checks. We've talked about modern monetary theory, and
Yeah. No
they
victim,
just get
no
their
crime.
money from the Fed. Why do they need to take it out of our paycheck anymore?
No victim, no crime. Right?
Well, yeah, of course. Just like a seatbelt law.
But it's
Let's
all
give
about
you a
funds.
ticket. Let's give you a ticket and take your money because you're endangering yourself by choice
Yeah. While your kids ride a school bus,
without seatbelts.
while the guy rides a motorcycle without a helmet, but you got to wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, put your seatbelt on.
So, anybody watching, if you got a comment on the pro-choice debate, we'd like to see it because
See, I thought what changed me here recently was that Texas argument, and I thought the Texas argument was quite interesting. How they chose to pick a time that passed this. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I don't know how people morally can pick a time because life begins at conception.
See, that's the old school. That's where I think your side loses, Charlie,
Why?
because you're going to lose because you wouldn't say the morning after pill's abortion, would you? And if you did, then I'd say, well, you're kind of,
I think you're walking a thin line between what's morally right, what's morally wrong, what's fate.
the Catholics will say putting a condom on is wrong. So are they wrong?
Well, I mean, in my book, most of the Catholics are a little bit crazy.
Well, exactly. But
So-
to them, blocking it is just as bad as a
Hello, Izzy.
birth abortion. Oh boy. I don't know who's in here. I can't see.
We ain't got very many this early Sunday morning, but we've had a few check in and out and say hello. But Izzy, if you're just now getting in, we're talking about the pro-choice debate. So if you got a comment on that,
Live stream. I don't know what that is.
click on the comment.
Oops. I don't know. What did I do? Hide? Oops. I don't know. I'm learning. Apparently you see the comments. I don't.
Hello, Samantha. Izzy says hello, hello. But we're talking about the pro-choice debate, and most, if not all, Christians are pro-life.
I'm saying they want to use the government the same way that the Democrats do. They want to use the government to say it's illegal all the way across the board. What's funny is how Texas picked the time after this that you can't do it no more. That was interesting.
What did they say? I forgot.
I don't know, 6 weeks or something like that. Now, do I think that's too early? Probably. Yeah. I mean, you see the what do you call it? Those fluffy, beautiful people today that probably won't even know they're pregnant until 4 months in or 5 months in. Yeah.
Well, what you saying? It's too early?
No, I'm saying go to 4 to 5 months, maybe 6 months, and then after that you can't. But that gets rid of it. Just sets a barrier.
You do know babies that are born at 5 and 6 months survive, right?
Yes, I know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Okay,
But sometimes a 3-month-old baby could survive. But
well, this is where I'm going to call you out.
mm-hmm.
You've never been a natural parent.
No.
If you had, we might be having a different debate about this.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes.
No, I take the Eric stance that abortion wouldn't be for me. Period. But who am I to restrict somebody else's liberty?
Well, there's a difference between liberty and what's morally right and wrong. What I'm saying is
morality is based on your perception.
What you think is right or wrong. If I had a child that was, if the doctor come to us and they said at 5 or 6 months, your baby is going to have this, it's better to abort.
Still my choice.
It's my choice to say, absolutely not. Even if you got to deliver right now, I'm going to leave it in God's hands. No.
What I'm saying is the doctors come to you and said that, it's still your choice.
Well,
is
yeah.
what I'm saying. And if you're a person who says, well, I don't want to take that risk, go ahead and go with it. Well, that's their choice.
What, I don't agree with.
Don't use the government to strong arm and hold that down. I would pick just abortion just because after 5 months or say 4 months.
Well, Elizabeth Martin, I don't know how to say your last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. Hello. She says she agrees with Puddin on this.
Well, see, my thing is, if you set a time, say 4 to 5 months, after that, just because, say, the father and mother split up, you can't just go terminate it for just because. Now, if there was, if 5 months, 6 months in, then the doctors gave you an out, okay, we'll go have your out.
Good morning, Vernon. Good morning, Jason. Look, I'm not getting into anybody's business, and that's what I'm about. I'm religious. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I'm also on the stand that our country was founded on freedom and liberty.
Yes, and freedom is the number one thing that we need, and we don't need government control by either side, by the religious, the non-religious, the pro-choice, pro-life. Government needs to just back out of the way. But you could set a guideline.
Morning, Angie. Good morning, Kane.
After this, it would be immoral because now you're infringing on the freedom of the baby that's been deemed viable. Now it's, at what point is the baby a citizen? That would be the argument that I would say you would have to look into.
I think that's when you get into debates with me being a Christian, but I think I have a different stance than most Christians, just because they want to say the religion comes first before the country, but this country was founded on freedom and liberties. It wasn't founded on Christianity.
But you can't have a Virginia governor saying, well, even if the baby was born, we'll just take it in the other room, make it comfortable. And basically, at that point, you're really committing murder.
Yeah, I agree.
But my point is about the thing is, you can't say, oh, as soon as conception, you're not allowed to touch it.
But touching on that, say a woman's 5 months pregnant. Say you make it 6 months. She's 5 months pregnant. She wants to have an abortion. That's perfectly fine. But if I was to kill a woman that was 3 months pregnant, it's double murder. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Well, no, I don't agree with that. I mean, it's just like government hate crime laws are so messed up anyway. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you go against another race, it's hate crime. It's like all crimes are hate.
Yeah, I agree with you. All crimes are hate. But
if you vandalize the Capitol building like they did in the
morning,
Summer
Robert.
of Love, huh?
I have to say good morning, Robert.
During the Summer of Love, when everybody was down there in 2020 vandalizing Capitol buildings because they hated the government, it's no different. It's the same. It's just different form of hatred. One's okay and one's not. Just like both sides need to really seriously take a look at themselves and say, we've got
Toshia, I think Toshia Lillard. She said she agreed with you too. Good morning.
I mean, what I'm saying is you've got people that say the Summer of Love wasn't protests, and and then but January 6th was an insurrection. No, they were both the same thing.
Yes, they were.
They're both the same thing. They're both a protest, and they were both whatever. Let them have them.
But the same people.
Look. I think I like January 6th more because it only targeted government. Where what made me mad about targeting individual businesses and places where people went for groceries.
No, you don't.
No. The BLM was out of control. They should have went to the police stations and took massive dumps on their yards and said, all right, now here we go. We're just going to go after y'all. Be targeted. Go after the government institute that you're mad at.
Well, we had that debate while we're talking about that. I'm sorry, Tasha. I butchered her name. I'm sorry.
I can't see them, so I can't comment.
Yeah, Puddin can't see you. If you pull up Facebook Live, you'll be able to see it. But we talked about that debate. If we called in all service members that are active and non-active spread across the globe, we'd be 1.5 million service members.
Oh.
And if you got all gun-toting Americans, you'd have 300 million.
Easy, but
yeah,
that's not you're just looking at 1%. That's really all of the population.
So when you go back to January 6th, that was just a coup by Trump.
It wasn't a coup. A coup.
Yeah,
a coup. You keep the building, man. You don't let it. You don't turn it back over. You don't say, "Hey, we've had our fun. We flew our flags." Woo. And
what I'm saying is, compared to what it really could be, with 300 million gun-holding Americans stormed on Washington, even if they called in,
we don't have 300 million people in this country. Don't realize what the Second Amendment was for.
I understand that. I agree. But if we marched on Washington, they could call all military, active and non-active, and the fight wouldn't last a day.
Yeah,
we could take back this country.
It's not about taking it back. It's about understanding that those people up there don't really own you. They don't rule you. Well, the way the Canadians are doing it right. They're basically just sitting out. And you can see how mad and out of control Trudeau is. You really see it because basically he can't control it. There's nothing he can do. And every move he makes is just making him look worse and worse and worse.
Good.
So the hope is that if the American convoy starts heading towards D.C., government can't do anything but lose. Any move they make is going to make them look worse.
Elizabeth wanted to. We were debating. No, we don't think it was a coup on January 6th. She's wanting to know if we thought it was a coup. No. I kind of joked with Puddin saying it was a coup, but the reason I was saying that was because if the American people really wanted to take back control,
the government would be powerless if they overreach too far. That's why they do incremental small steps.
I don't think what most people in this country understand, especially the younger generation, what our rights are. All right. We have a foundation. We have a Bill of Rights. We have a Constitution. But most people use none of their rights. They don't use their rights, and slowly government finds a workaround to take your rights away incrementally. Very, very, very slowly they pull them off the table. Elizabeth, I was kind of messing with him saying it was a coup so we could get rolling into the conversation.
Gosh, no.
But 300
that was
million.
The worst coup in history. But Caesar had a real coup when he crossed the Rubicon.
That's right.
That was a real coup.
The point I was getting to with that is 300 gun-toting Americans that understand their 300 million.
Oh, there's not 300 million. There's 300. We got 330 million citizens the last time though. So take 1%, 3.3.
3.3 million. Now, what we saw about was 30 million. 30 million. I added a zero.
Well, if you had 10% of the population, you could have
10%. 30 million. Hello, Amber.
It wouldn't be. It would be urban.
But we're saying 30 million, which is 10% of the population, versus 1.5 million. That's all active, non-active, retired. Semi-retired military, and half or more of those.
See, here's the thing. Here's where I get mad. Here's where I have a disconnect. The seat of power, I think, for everybody is it lies with you. It really is. It lies with you. What you're willing to do, and if you continue to motor on and let the government steal money out of your paycheck, and you just continue to say, "Well, it's just the way it is," well, you've already lost.
Well, see, that's what I can't understand about people I'm a diehard Democrat and I'm a diehard Republican, and they fight, and the family members stop talking and the friends will stop being friends, and you can't have a talk or debate like me and you do. Why do we allow that to go on in this country? The Republicans, Democrats have worked together behind the scenes to destroy our country. Yes, they love each other.
Oh no, I know they love each other.
It's the WWE of politics.
Oh yeah.
If you've ever watched wrestling, they hate each other in the ring. They're best friends playing golf, drinking,
having beers in the locker room.
Politics is the same.
Oh, I know. They love each other, and the Republicans and Democrats agree that.
Trevor, what's up, buddy?
Oh Lord!
I told Scott Hartman to drown you in Mexico, Trevor.
Oh yeah. Oh, is he down there too?
Yeah, he's down there.
Oh boy.
But
He's going to come back with some explosive diarrhea.
I forgot what I was saying about it. But we need the people need to educate themselves.
Well, the people don't educate themselves. They're already told what to think.
I tell my kids all the time, they didn't have a good childhood. This technology age has ruined everything.
Everybody's told what to think, and you're told by your social media feed. It's tailored to you. You know, nobody takes anything in. Nobody will listen to both sides and, you know, come up with a cognitive, logical conclusion in their own head.
But even with that saying, the American people, not trying to offend anybody, but this is a fact. This is the truth. The American people this day and age are stupid. They're ignorant.
That's not by accident. It's by design.
And they only care about what they want.
But it's not by accident. It's by design.
They care about their new iPhones, their $10 Starbucks coffee, the pair of shoes they're wearing, whatever. They don't want to care what's going on in the real world. They have no desire in helping anybody else. As long as they're happy, they're talking on their iPhone, they're drinking their Starbucks, they're having fun, they could care less what happens 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And guess what? That's the same thing that happened to Germany.
Well,
they were brainwashed and they didn't care. And before you knew it, where were they at?
But everybody always sticks to Germany. It's happened over and over again in a lot of places. But it's like I said, it's coming slowly and surely. Everybody just sits down and says, "Well, it's the law." I say, "Well, if it's not in the Constitution, it's not the law.
It's unconstitutional.
That's the supreme law of the land.
It's the new world order. It's unconstitutional, and we can debate that back and forth."
The new world order is good at.
All right, but we got a little off subject, so let's get back on the pro-life subject.
Well, we don't have to. You know, who knows where you go? You know.
Well, what my stance on the pro-life is, I think every baby has a chance, and I want every baby to have a chance.
Yeah, but at what point would you classify it as?
I'm not getting that debate.
That's the real debate, though.
The only thing I'm going to say is
Texas said heartbeat, which is what they said. When a heartbeat starts, now I was like, oh, that's an interesting topic.
What I'm saying is, as a American citizen who believes in our rights and our Constitution, I'm not going to get involved in somebody else's call.
I've always said abortion isn't for me, but it's not my place to press that on everyone, and not my place to say I want to grab the government's control lever and say, "Oh no, as soon as you conceive, you're stuck with it."
You know, we've had these debates. I've even had debates with people in church that you're not going to stop it. If we outlawed it across the board, just like the war on drugs, you're not going to stop it. No. The oldest profession in the world, prostitution, you haven't stopped it. You're not going to stop abortion. So why do you want to risk some of these young girls and women's in the backstreet vans and alleys dying because you thought you had control over their life?
For the same reason that they want people to get fentanyl-laced heroin and stuff, or fentanyl-laced cocaine or something. For the same reason that they think it's better to make it illegal, and you should go get it on the street instead of just buying the BC Bayer-made cocaine snorter packs. You know,
I mean, it's no difference if you.
The only way to kill the cartel is to legalize the drug or decriminalize the drugs at least. Then you destroy the cartels.
Exactly.
They have no revenue stream anymore.
If there's no victors, no crime. If you go home on a Saturday night and you smoke a joint, you drink a case of beer, you smoke crack, it's none of my business.
No, what you do in your home is your business. But
when you start selling to kids, things like that, then you have a victim. Then that's my business.
Well, I'm not going to go against that, but I'm saying again, you know, it's just government is great at wasting money. We're going to make up these DEA task force and pay people big salaries and pay for all their expenses overseas so that we can stop this thing that, you know, you're never going to stop it.
No, you're never going to stop it. The road pirates on 40 stopping every car that's out of state because they want to see some money in drugs.
Have you even been through them?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where did you run out west?
I'm talking about in Tennessee. Oh,
I thought you were talking about the check stations in like West Texas.
Well, I've been out to Kansas and stuff, but no, I'd been far out west.
No, I was talking about the ones in West Texas where everybody's got to go through them, and they ask you what citizenship you are. They get mad at me like when I say, "Well, I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida."
Elizabeth said 100%, so she agrees with our debate on leaving people alone, letting them decide, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think most people do. But the thing is, when they walk into their institutions of religion and they vote out of them institutions of religions, they say, "Oh, God's watching me. I can't vote for legalization or decriminalization."
See, you say institution of religion.
I'm poking you now.
Yeah, you're talking about the church.
Yes. Why do they set voting booths up in churches? Why?
My institution of religion is the voting booth, not the church.
Oh my gosh. You're breaking Jefferson's rule of wall of separation between church and state.
You have Republican and Democrat. You go in the voting booth. That's only two way the people vote. Nobody can think for themselves.
I wrote in Mickey Mouse literally on them before. I don't care.
Doesn't matter though.
No, I know it don't matter. You can write. I wrote Jack Daniels on one time because my only two options were an R or a D, and I said, well, let's put Jack Daniels in there. You know, you do it.
I didn't vote for Biden. Don't really care for him. But you talked about the other day,
Trump or Biden,
the tax hikes and the issues we're dealing with today. It's because of leftover from Trump, but everybody blames Biden. Not saying he ain't doing things wrong.
Yeah, everybody just got into the church of Trump and they loved him for some reason. I was like,
they loved him because they said he was something different, but he wasn't.
No, he was from the same mold.
He was a wolf in sheep's clothing.
When you quote Mussolini, I'm sorry. I just, I have my doubts.
If Trump had to come out and run as an independent or libertarian, instead of being a Democrat his whole life and switching to Republicans and falling in line somewhat, I probably would have voted for him the first time.
I don't know. No.
I wasn't totally against Trump, but with some of his comments and the way he acts, hello, Corey, and he jumped from Democrat to Republican because he was going to get that nomination, and things just didn't line up for me.
He was good to read the room, and he's good at theatrics. That's his problem. He's, it's going to be huge. We're going to make everything huge. It's going to be big and better than ever. I'm like, how can people just fall for that in some way?
They fall for that over and over in this country.
We're going to make America great, and then we're going to all of a sudden his biggest thing is tariffs, and I'm like, dude, don't y'all realize it's a tax on y'all?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Corey? That's what I tell you. My rule number one was I never vote for the rich white man. But this is what I tell you. What I was hoping for.
You can't. The thing is, you will never, ever, ever, ever bubble up to the top of power like that unless you are just an absolute corruptible POS, in my opinion.
Yes.
Of course, we know Biden is, and Obama. I mean, there's things I didn't like about him, but there's things I really miss because these last two clowns have just been like, whoa. At least he seemed, I guess, like Mike the other day. He was asking me about when we were talking the other night. I told you I talked to him, and he's like, what do you think about DeSantis? And I said, I think DeSantis would be an educated Trump in some way. But the thing is, would he actually stick to his guns and do what he says?
Robert Maynard said that means you don't vote.
I don't vote. Then I vote for whatever I want. I write the Libertarian and I write in. Look, if there's only two options, that's not voting.
I voted for Libertarian.
I didn't like Jorgensen. I really didn't like Jorgensen, but that was the option for the Libertarians. They need to get.
She was a better option than what we had. And the first time I voted for Obama.
She panhandled. She pandered too much, and that's what got me. I didn't like her pandering.
But I tell you what, I really would have enjoyed if we could have had a Trump versus Schwarzenegger run for president.
Oh God,
that would have been hilarious.
Oh, could you see that debate? Did he chopper? And then Trump's like, "Where's your chopper? I got the greatest one in the world."
I can see Trump. You're fired, extraordinaire. I'll be Bob. It would have been severely entertaining. I don't care what you say.
Oh, those debates would have been good.
Yes.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. That'd be better than the Super Bowl to me.
Well, it depends
Come
on
on
who's
now.
playing. I'm a Bears fan, so if the Bears is in the Super Bowl, no. But anybody else, yeah, that's fine.
I'm a Bucks guy, but if it was the Bucks, well, I don't think they're in the same division. They Bucks and Bears.
No,
Okay, well, if it was the Bucks and the Bears, I would still rather watch Trump and Schwarzenegger argue on stage.
you got the NFC North versus NFC South there.
Who is another goofball that would actually argue with Trump, like with his flair from the other side? That's the question. Other than Schwarzenegger.
Ted Cruz.
Oh, Josh. Ted Cruz, man. He I don't trust him. I don't trust any politicians.
Well, the Kentucky people might have wanted Uncle Andy. I don't like him, but Uncle Andy, governor of Kentucky, he's got a little bit of flair. He's a little younger, a little pizzazz.
Yeah, the one that shut everybody down and closed and everything.
A lot of people liked him, and when that happened, he lost a lot of followers.
Oh yeah, well he'd probably be kicked out in the midterms, right? Is this the next voting when they vote for their governor up there?
In 22?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
think so.
I know Florida votes for the governor on the off president. President 20, governor 22.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really follow the midterms much.
And I think the city mayor's up in 22 because I thought about running, but we'll see how that goes.
But we've seen the screenshots. I got the screenshots in Kentucky where the Libertarians lost votes. And I'm sitting there thinking, how do you lose votes? That's
in Kentucky and Pennsylvania and Georgia and Florida.
Oh no, it happened all over the place. They don't want the Libertarians to get 5% of the vote because they don't want a third person on stage. They don't want their power challenged.
Elizabeth said Ted Cruz is a dirtbag. I don't disagree with you.
As well,
don't disagree. A dirtbag, Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, calling the J6 protest a terrorist. I was like, oh yeah, you're right there. That was funny watching Tucker. That was hilarious. Y'all guys should watch Russell Brand.
Hello, Dustin. Russell Brand. I like Russell Brand.
Oh man, his YouTube channel's blowing up. He's over 5 million subscribers.
5 million?
Yeah. He's getting big. He's filling Joe Rogan's shoes on YouTube, I think.
Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Dustin.
But you got what was it?
Elizabeth. Yeah, I got what you're saying. she put Ted Cruz a dirtbag, but she didn't. I knew what she meant. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out either. we all make some mistakes. I'm sorry.
No, but you got Ted Cruz is like I said, that was so funny watching Tucker call him out on Russell Brand because it was just like, yeah, thank you for calling him out.
The only reason he did that, he thought he was going to make a run. Good morning, James.
Well, they love government. That's the problem.
Yeah,
they
but
love their control.
He thought with that comment that was going to push him with more support and be able to pass more laws, and it went the opposite direction for him. Good morning, Kimberly.
Yeah, but it only went the opposite direction because some people were willing to call him out on it.
Well, yeah. A lot of people don't like Joe Rogan. I support Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan voted for Jorgensen. So, like I said, I'm in good company when I
hope Joe Rogan runs for president.
No, when people say that I don't vote because I vote for Libertarian, I say, well, I'm in good company because Joe Rogan did it. If Joe Rogan did it and I did it, well, I think I voted with a smart man.
I think that's what Robert meant when he says that means you don't vote because we voted Libertarian.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We can vote. We just want a third option. That's all.
So, Robert, if you're still there, you can say I don't vote, but I'm not going to vote for the same duopoly who takes away our rights and steals our money and tries to tell us every move to make in our life. I'm not going to do it.
You've got it's just like you got Republicans and Democrats. It's like, oh, you can have I don't even know if it's an In-N-Out burger type choice. It's like you can have a chicken sandwich or a hamburger. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, no. I won't.
No, remember that restaurant we went to, that seafood restaurant when in BG, the only two other options you had was chicken tenders or chicken wings. That was it.
Yeah.
If you didn't like seafood, you had chicken tenders or chicken wings. That's it. That's the only two options you get.
Well, you can have seafood or you can have chicken. That's, those are your two options. And I'm like, well, maybe I want a steak,
This is the problem I have with the platform we have. In everything that we do in this country, the choices we have. If you want a burger If you want a pair of shoes, if you want a coffee, whatever you pick, shirt, whatever, you have hundreds of choices. But when it comes to voting for what's supposed to be
least choices,
the best country in the world's
thing,
supreme leader, you get 2 choices.
Well, yeah, but the thing, well, that's what I'm saying. It's for the people who have all the money and want all the control.
That's right. And
they want to hedge their bets.
And you was talking about Dale. Dale talked the other day. Did you know there's 29 people? I think it's what we talked. 29 people that control 90% and own 90% of the companies in this country.
Well, yeah, it's a very select few.
Yeah.
You know, but they always hedge their bets, and they don't want more than 2 choices because it might hurt them if they had to bribe, say, 4 or 5 people. You know, it's easier to bribe both sides.
Elizabeth, she's in agreement with us with libertarians. She disagreed with Robert saying we're not really voting. She said keep voting libertarian.
I think we are voting. I think they're just moving our vote to the party of their choice. Because no. My thing that I really, 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 until you put voting on the blockchain, nobody votes. Even the people who go and vote for Biden or Trump, you didn't vote either, bud, because it's not on a blockchain. There's no record. But if it was put on a blockchain and on a record, if the poll booths were closed, like in Georgia, you know, if it was closed and all of a sudden 200,000 votes came in for Biden after hours, well, it was something was up. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
but you put it on a blockchain and it's no nefariousness anymore. Once you voted for Jorgensen, Kentucky couldn't switch it later. You know, because it's already recorded on the blockchain.
But with their current system, they manipulate the votes however they want. Tennessee is a red state. I'll use this example. Good morning, Stephen. Elizabeth, we're with you.
No,
Libertarian.
Libertarian, all the
way. Until we got a better option, libertarian.
Yeah, there's better options than libertarians, but we don't get them choices especially on all 50 states.
Everybody in Tennessee could stay home and nobody casts one vote. And when the numbers come out, it's going to be 75 to 80% Republican. And it's going to show hundreds of thousands of people voted when nobody.
Unless there's a blockchain. Like I said, I think blockchain's the way forward. But nobody's talking about that. Nobody. It's like, what you mean to tell me, that voting booth in almost every state is plugged into the internet, and you're telling me we can't allow that thing to register your vote on a blockchain when you hit send?
But they're okay with mail-in votings, right?
No. Again, no, I don't. I'm not okay with mail-in voting. If that's the case, then what's some of the argument from one side? Well, if I can get a ballot in the mail and then send it back, shouldn't the Second Amendment be as easy?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be able to go online on Gun Broker, Charlie, and then buy you a gun and have it come to your mailbox?
Yep.
You got a Second Amendment that says you have the right to do that, but no. Everybody stands up and says, "Oh, no, go to your dealer and file your 4473."
See, I think we should go to old school. I think there should be meeting places where we go and we cast our vote. It's counted in front of everybody. I know that everybody's going to say, "Oh, that's a big mess. There's too many people."
Oh, blockchain takes.
Do we want the right choice, or do we want to make the wrong choice because it takes too long?
We want the right choice. And I want the right choice, and I want to see the true libertarian numbers. Where
if it took 10 days,
it's no difference. You got the Democrats in Michigan trying to steal the Republican votes or the Libertarian votes and move them over to the Democrat Party, just like you got the Republicans in Tennessee saying, "Well, no, we can't have that Jorgensen vote. Let's move it over here to Trump." No. I voted for Jorgensen. You leave my vote alone.
Right.
No. But that's what I think is people aren't looking at. I think that's the elephant in the room, in my opinion. I think that a lot of people don't realize what's going on. They're like, the Republicans and Democrats are both in agreement. If you want to steal the Libertarian votes, take them. We don't want them people on our stage.
Right.
So how dare them think they can get get to speak on our stage. But imagine, I can't help but think what happened if Joe Rogan was the libertarian candidate.
I wish he would be.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be able to lie on that one. There'd be way too many people watching at that point.
They come back with only 1% of the population voted for Joe Rogan.
Oh no,
yeah,
we know better than that.
but you said
he's got what 10 million listeners.
Yeah,
I mean that's 3%. No, you 3% are going to vote for him.
And getting back to what you said earlier about most people don't know. Getting back to what I said, it's not the people that don't know, or they hadn't been told, or people hadn't asked them to educate you. They don't care. It doesn't affect their life.
No, they accept the choices that they're given.
Exactly.
Acceptance is compliance, and compliance is servitude and slavery.
The same people that we're talking about that go to Starbucks every day and buy their iPhones and buy their Nikes, if they went to Starbucks and they could only have Hardee's or McDonald's coffee, how upset do you think they would be?
Oh, they'd be ready to January 6th themselves.
If they walked in the Nike store and they could buy New Balance or Converse, how mad do you think they would be?
Oh, they'd be pretty mad.
Yeah. But they're okay with the two shitty choices we get as president. You're okay with that. You're okay with all your rights being taken away. You're okay with my rights being taken away. You're okay with that. You're okay with your money getting taken. You're okay with thievery. So when I come to your house and I break in your garage and I steal your riding lawnmower, I'm going to say the Democrats told me to do it, or the Republicans, depending on which sign you got in your yard. You should be okay with it.
It's legal.
Huh?
The government can't, like I said, I'm going to stick with the fact that government spending is out of control. Trump was a real good point to that one. Boy, I just love those people that say he was the best thing in the world. What a conservative. And he spent as much as Obama did. Almost
in 4 years.
There. Yeah, in half the time. It's like,
Obama was at 8 years. In 4 years, he spent as much as Obama. $30 trillion in debt right now. Real close. I don't know the numbers. It's right there.
I see Trump as just another cog in the wheel or a tool, in my opinion. And there's more or less the reason I see it that way is because I look at The Godfather and I just think to myself, I'm like, okay, you got it's like they put a gun to the back of his head and says your brains or your signature's on that contract down there. And he did it. He just, no, you're not. If that's the case, you're not the most powerful person in the world. It's the man with a gun behind you. That's the most powerful person. But it's all a sham. But man, we've been going for almost an hour. Aren't we going to end this beta test?
No.
We're attachment unavailable.
Huh?
Say what?
That's the secretary. That's Tinkerbell.
Is she friends with? If she's not, she's probably not going to be able to see it.
I don't know.
Well, they tell each other.
That's
then
why
they
this
add.
is episode beta. We're testing this, and then when we get episode 1, when YouTube allows us up. But we still got to do the. You're not in the Twitch yet, I don't think. Are you, Charlie?
No, right now we're just on Facebook. Next time we'll be on YouTube and Twitch and.
Yeah, well, YouTube. I didn't know that 24-hour thing.
Yeah, YouTube kind of screwed us today, but it's going to be posted on Instagram.
Well, we'll get it up there, but
Tool.
No, it's been a quick. That hour sure flew by.
Elizabeth said Tool is right. I don't understand. Maybe I'm missing something.
Tool. Oh Lord. Oh, she's talking about the band Tool. I don't follow their politics.
Maybe that's what she's talking about. She'll elaborate in a minute.
The Tool. I know the band. I just don't follow their. I don't follow celebrity politics. I don't care what Alec Baldwin has to say. Because the gun killed that lady, not him.
Back in the 70s and 80s. Morning, Bobby Joe. How you doing? Back in the 70s, 80s, your actors and your athletes, they acted. They played ball. They shut up. No,
that's the way we need them now.
Everybody today's got something to say. I love watching LeBron play basketball, but I'm like, dude, shut up. Dribble the ball, shoot, shut up.
Oh, I used to like Eminem until he started opening his mouth. I was like, just sing your song and dance, monkey, and then just go away.
That's right.
I don't care what you have to say. If your message is decent in your music, I'll hear it. You know, if your message in your music is the same thing you're running on your rhetoric backstage or telling everybody how to believe or how to think, no. If that was your music, I'd have never listened to you in the first place.
Elizabeth said, "No." She must have been talking about Tool, and she didn't like you dissing Tool.
I pick on people about a Tool because some people just really love them, and I'm thinking,
well, I'm going to play stupid here. I don't even know who Tool is. So
metal band. It's a metal band. I'm a Slipknot person. Slipknot, Metallica.
Yeah.
Those are the people I like to watch. Ozzy. Oh gosh, Ozzy. I love.
Oh, she meant Trump is definitely a Tool.
Oh, Trump is a Tool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got you now. He threw us off with the whole Tool. I didn't even know who Tool was.
You said Tool, and I was listening to you like, Tool, huh? I'm like, the band?
Like when you get in all that heavy metal and stuff, I don't even know any of the new ones. I mean, I'm used to the old school AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard.
I don't care about them. Def Leppard wasn't one that grabbed me much.
Who's Slipknot?
No shit. Yeah, you're gonna make everybody say, "What the hell's wrong? You been sleeping?" Oh god,
Taylor Swift, baby.
Yeah, I know. Your rock bud up there at Planet Fitness sure shows that, doesn't it?
Hey, I like some Taylor Swift now. Don't be dissing on Taylor.
Taylor Swift has been hurt by every boyfriend she's ever had. Yeah, she must be a real POS.
I mean, she's not George Jones, or George Strait, or Garth Brooks, but I like some Taylor Swift.
Why'd you have to? You just put some of the new people in there. Gosh, George Jones, Johnny Cash. Yeah, I love the classics. But I also love some of the new people if they're real. You could tell if a band or singer is a real person.
I don't know how we got all the way over here when we just talk about pro-choice and pro-life. Mm-hmm. We just made a left turn and we never straightened that. We just kept turning left.
And that's just like any of our phone calls. It's like, oh my God, it would have been nice if that was on a podcast. Which is what spawned this whole thing, Spoon.
It's Mr. Big Spoon to you.
Oh, yes, Big Spoon wants a spoonful of pudding, doesn't he?
Spoonful of nanner pudding.
Oh, nanner pudding, yeah. But no, this was pretty good, I guess. I mean, for a beta. Maybe next week we'll be all set up and prepared to do it from what?
I said need to figure out why it's not shareable.
Not terrible.
Not shareable.
Oh, shareable.
All right, I'm going to put us down on a smaller screen here.
So you set up Facebook, Charlie, not me.
I don't know why. I mean, we're live on Facebook right now.
Well, you're watching that on your phone, though.
Thanks for joining us, Elizabeth. Hope to see you next week. We're going to get better and better at this when we get everything linked together and all the
we're learning. Yeah, we're learning. We got to wait till next week for YouTube. And
I hope we entertained you a little bit anyway.
No, we'll keep our conversations going and my thought process and your thought process. That's what everybody needs to understand. Your thought process. Nobody should ever be trying to grab the levers of government to control others. That's my opinion.
No.
Never, ever.
And if anybody's listening here, if you don't know and understand the Constitution and your rights, or people that don't,
most people
educate yourself or educate them, because they're the reason. Part of the reason.
It's the thing is when we used to talk politics, and I remember I suggested to you to go watch John Adams. After you watch that, you changed. That's a series that will change your life.
Miguel, what's up? Hey, my little terrorist buddy's on. What's up, Miguel?
Terrorist buddy.
Yeah, he's a little Mexican guy I used to work with, but he had a long beard and stuff. He looked like he
could rap on the toilet paper and get up there.
I used to call him my little terrorist buddy.
No, what I'm saying is anybody who's HBO, it's a series called John Adams.
Yes, watch it.
Please, God, watch it. It lets you know so many things about why. It fills in all the gaps of the why.
Anything.
Why No, it's like one of the easiest of the first 10 amendments to tell you, the no quartering of troops. Uh, that's the easiest one, in my opinion, because most people, when you hear that no quartering of troops, they're like, "What are you talking about?" Because it's so far removed from today, from what it was in 1776, that if you just watch John Adams, it will give you the why. Why was that one of the first 10? Why was that so important to the founders? And it's because what the British did in Boston, the quartering of troops. Most people don't get that. They don't understand it. But watching that series, and it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. And Paul Giamatti, and I mean, so many big actors were in that movie.
Well, and most people probably don't even know history, like the Boston Massacre when that happened. Who turned out to be the attorney for the British troops?
John Adams.
John Adams.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that.
President number 2 defended.
Good morning, Rena. How you doing?
You know, President number 2 defended the British troops because he knew it was a mob. You know, but then later when he seen the Tea Party, you know, he was looked at it and he basically shown this is just as wrong as what the soldiers did from Britain who shot everybody. You know, now you're throwing tea in the ocean and tarring and feathering a magistrate. This is wrong. There's no right on either side of those aisles. It's basically the BLM J6, you know, in my opinion. You know,
I mean, it's similar.
It is similar. I mean, they were both about the same thing, which is independence. But, you know, John Adams really does fill in a lot of the blanks. It was written by Matthew McCullough. Tom Hanks was the big producer of that. So if you know Tom Hanks and you like him, just watch his series. It's like, what, 6 or 7 episodes? It's not long.
Tom Hanks is a producer, Band of Brothers. I don't know if you ever seen it. One of my favorite by Tom Hanks.
You know, like I said, Tom Hanks produces some good stuff. I'm not going to say he doesn't. He acts in good stuff. But like I said, I still can't follow his politics all the way. I just don't want to follow their politics.
I don't want to follow. He's a good actor, and he's a great producer. I don't care about his politics.
Yeah,
I don't know about his politics.
Like I said, John Adams is, to me, that it changed my life when I watched it back in like 2009 or something like that. I was like, because I was part of the Tea Party, and that was when I said, you know,
good morning, Brian.
When the Tea Party started trying to get everybody, you know, get back in line with the Republicans, I just couldn't go back. I was like, no, I'm out.
Well, like we're saying here, like Puddin was saying, if you haven't seen the series John Adams on HBO, like you said, watch it. And if you or anybody you know is not educated on our rights in the Constitution, educate yourself or help educate them.
Like one of my favorite scenes was, you know, when John Adams was old and he was looking at them, you know, and he went to the painter, that famous painter that wrote that shown that Declaration of Independence where it got voted on. And it's the painting that flies in Congress today.
Right.
And John Adams says, you know, he looked at it and he just said, it's a lie. And he's like, what are you talking about? I researched everybody who signed it and did the best I could to make it. He said, but we were never in the same room together. He said, you got to remember, we were hiding from the government. We were, you know, the British were around and we had to just sneak in here 2, 3, 4 at a time and affix our name to the document.
Right.
It didn't happen all where everybody was like in one room of tranquil peace where they could all stand there and sign it in the boldness that it was portrayed by the painter in what was it, the 1920s, I think it was, or it was 50 years. It was about 48 years after 1776. So that would have been what, 1820s,
1830,
1820s when it was drawn.
Yeah.
But basically he just, you know, his character, Paul Giamatti, you know, he made that comment and, you know, it's all lies.
And Paul Giamatti, I don't know if you guys know him by name. He's a good actor.
No, he's good. I think everybody's seen him in something. I first seen him in Howard Stern, you know, Pig Vomit.
And he was a really good actor in.
He's been in so much I like.
I maybe went off the top of my head, but
just watch it. Like I said, John Adams.
The movie, the series about the hedge fund.
Which one?
The hedge fund, the stocks.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I'll have it next time. See if you've watched it, but
like I said, it's, you know, I don't remember that actor's name that played Ben Franklin. He's a big actor, and the guy that played George Washington, another famous actor. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but
Remember, it's John Adams on HBO.
Yes,
Watch it.
John Adams. Well, like I said, I bought it. I was outside of Chicago at a Books a Million or something when I went in and bought it. And I seen it on series because I didn't have HBO. It was like 09. And, I loaned it out and bought another copy. But it's on HBO Max now. So very easy to access. What are you doing over there, Spoon?
Checking the comments and stuff.
No. Why are you worried about it? We can just go ahead and end this beta. So far, this is working pretty good.
I was just making sure we're, answering all the questions and staying up to date with it.
All right. Well, I'm ready to call it.
Well, we got to end it on a good note here. All right.
Yeah. Watch your John Adams. Do your homework. Understand what America is.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Educate yourself. Understand, read the Constitution, top to bottom. If you don't understand it, educate yourself.
John Adams is a good starting point.
John Adams on HBO.
Great start. All right. Well, I guess we'll see everybody next week.
Before we go, remember, if anybody needs to get in touch with us or has a topic that we want to talk on, you can email us at realtalkwithspoonandpuddin@gmail.com. And we're going to be on all different kinds of platforms. When we come back next week, we're hoping to be on YouTube. Episode 1. This is beta, right?
This is beta. Next week will be episode 1.
Episode 1. We're going to be on YouTube. It's Real Talk with Spoon.
We got some more podcast places. So we're gonna have to take this or that one we did the other night at the rest area. We're going to take them, and you're going to have to submit that to Apple. It's a whole thing. I'll tell you off camera.
Anyway, but we're definitely going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, right, Puddin?
Yeah.
Spotify. We're going to be on Twitter. I think we're going to try to be on Twitch and LinkedIn. We're trying to be all over. We're going to grow with this. We're going to be here every week. Hope you entertain you. Hope y'all interact. It's just our take.
All right, well, we'll see y'all later.
Have a great Sunday.
All right.
See y'all.
You're still live.
I'm still live.